So whether Civil War soldiers were in camp or on campaign, every part of their day was regulated with music. So I have a fife here. I'm dressed as a U.S. Army volunteer soldier, and this is a fife. It's a 6-hole flute-like instrument that's usually played with the drum, and this instrument right here is pretty much as close as the Civil War got to a combat or field radio. So I can play special songs on this that the Army referred to as calls that would let the soldiers know what they were supposed to be doing. So in the morning they would hear a special song called Reveille, which is 7 different pieces. It's like a musical song that lasts about 7 to 10 minutes, and that wakes the soldiers up in the morning. And then throughout the day there's different calls that are played to get food, and they all sound differently, so the soldiers know if it's breakfast time or if it's lunch time. There's a call that's played for the soldiers to go see the surgeon, and there's all other kinds of calls that let them know to do different things like chop wood, get water, things like that. So I'll play some of the examples, or some examples of the calls that would have been well known to all the soldiers that participated in the American Civil War. And we'll start with the very first song that they heard in the morning. I'll play the first part of Reveille for you. So this is a tune, the first out of 9 tunes in the Reveille set. This is 3 camps, and this is the first song of that. So that's the song, or the first song that every soldier in the Civil War woke up to pretty much every morning. So unless there was something really extra going on, they heard that when they woke up, you know, wrapped in their blankets, either in a bed in some fort on the East Coast somewhere, or if they're here in the Carolinas, you know, sleeping out on the ground chasing the Confederates. That's the song that everyone's waking up to. Around noon, they would have heard the lunch call, or what they called the dinner call. The idea is that you have breakfast, dinner, and then supper. So their dinner call, which is played at noon, sounds like this, and it's called roast beef. That one was a lot more popular because that means you're going to be getting some food, a lot more popular than the one that wakes everybody up in the morning. All the way at the end of the day, especially if you were in like camped around a town or something, and the soldiers had the opportunity to go out and you know, buy things and hang out in the town, there was a special song or a special set of songs called the Tattoo that was designed to draw everybody back to the camp in the evening. Basically, once you heard this concert begin, you knew that something was going on in camp, that they were about to lock down for the night, and all the soldiers, if they were hanging out in the surrounding area, you know, maybe they went out and they were looking through fields to find maybe something extra to eat. Once they heard this concert, they knew that it was time to return back to their camps and time to stay with their unit until the next morning. So the Tattoo started with a special little thing called 3 cheers. It starts and stops with 3 cheers, and then there was a call called the doublings. It's played in between each tune. So I'll play you 3 cheers, the doublings, a patriotic air, and then we'll close out the Tattoo. And this is what it would sound like at the very end of the day. So it starts with 3 cheers. That's the 3 cheers. Then they'd play the doublings. You play that between each song in this concert, so that way the soldiers know, oh hey, it's time to come back. They're playing this special evening concert, which means time to go home. And then they would end the tattoo with a patriotic air. So I'll play Yankee Doodle, and then they would play the doublings, and then 3 cheers, and then that would end your night. So here's Yankee Doodle. And then the soldiers would know it's time to come back to camp, time to go to bed, and then the next morning the cycle would be repeated with 3 camps and the rest of Reveille. And day in and day out, that would be your routine. So that's some background information on different calls that have been played by fifers and drummers throughout both sides during the Civil War.